Hey everybody, how's it going? Thanks for joining me on another Friday live stream. Today, I'm here in lovely Tokyo. It's what time is it? It's like early morning. 7:47 a.m. Sorry, it's a little bit late for you guys. I think when I'm in Japan, it might be difficult for me to be doing 5 p.m. live streams, and I don't have much to show you today, but I'm certainly here to talk to you guys and answer any questions you might have about some of the new and upcoming stuff we've got. But I won't have the props to show you. We did today have the Dragon Ball Z release of the Goku Super Saiyan Salvage, so I hope for those people who were waiting for that and who were able to get their hands on that you were able to get your hands on that. I think it was a very successful launch. We even had some lineups in our store in New York City. That was pretty exciting for us. I think that might have been the first time we've had kind of any significant lineup. So that's good. Oh, what's happening in Tokyo? Well, I'm here for my sister-in-law, my wife's sister's wedding, and I'm actually going to be relocating here. Me and my wife were here for a month, and we're basically going to sort out our living situation and that kind of thing, and set up a Naked and Famous office here in Tokyo, and then we will be back and forth between Tokyo and Montreal about monthly. So some streams will be done from here, some streams will be done from Montreal, and then once we have the office set up here in Tokyo, we'll have I'll be able to show you guys all the crazy new stuff, and just like I do in the Montreal showroom. So it's going to take a couple of weeks or something like that to get that all sorted out, but we're well on our way. I got my cell phone plan yesterday. Oh, this is pretty cool. I got to show you this. Brandon, I don't know if you guys know, but Brandon is he's got a thing for cars, and I got to show you this car. This is a pretty cool car. Hold on. Look at that tiny little Honda over there. I think it's amazing. Anyways, funny little car. Hello from Malaysia. Thanks for joining us. Sorry, I think I might have missed a couple of questions. Not. I don't know. Okay. So what's been going on over here? Yeah, basically, I got my cell phone plan yesterday. It's maybe the oddest plan I've ever found, but it's a 50 gigabyte a month data with like no minutes, no nothing, no voicemail, which I don't care because I don't think I'm going to give my phone number out to anybody anyways. But it also has unlimited streaming on like Instagram and YouTube and things like that. So I can live stream from basically anywhere and not have to worry about it. So expect to see some more live streams from me. Yeah. Okay, well, the lifestyle relocation will definitely be an awesome impact to the Naked and Famous. Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's good for us. We have a lot of business out here in Asia, and we don't have a very we don't have an office here. So there's a lot of people who are not able to, see the collection in person. They're looking at things on line sheets, and, especially like maintaining relationships with customers out here. I think having a base out here will definitely strengthen this market as we do, like I said, we do have a lot of fans here, and I think them seeing us, being able to see us more, will help grow the business out here. But that being said, Risa and we're still traveling around internationally. We're going to hit up all the trade shows as we usually do. And so I think we've just increased our travel schedule quite a bit. But I think it'll be overall good for the brand and good for everything. Just getting used to all the streets here. I don't want to disturb anybody, but luckily it's early morning. Not a lot of people out. Okay, there was another question I saw. Okay, someone asked if we should have it on Jean Street. No, Jean Street's in Okayama, and it's like really countryside. I don't think that's we want to be central, so we're going to be located here in Tokyo. Is there a data plan? Like, is that data plan like a fraction of the price as it would be in Canada? I don't know. It's not cheap. And the speed is kind of, I don't know, I've been doing speed tests, and the speed is all right, but I've definitely had faster speeds in Canada. Um, is it cheaper? I don't know. It depends on what you consider cheaper, because I don't have any, like, I don't voicemail, call ID, any of that stuff. I might have call ID, I don't know, but I'm never going to use it. I'm basically just paying for pure data. The Vegetas fit really small. I sized up and they were still entirely too small. Well, we did have the measurement guide posted. They definitely were running a little small. That's because during our production of that jean, during the final press, there's a lot of heat and steam, and that being an unsanforized denim, it shrunk the denim a little bit. So the initial measurements came out a little bit small. And that's what you see with the post-soak measurements, that they didn't shrink as much. So you definitely need to pay attention to those measurement guides. Show us I'll show you my jeans in just a second. Godzilla crossover? I don't know. Maybe one day. That would be kind of fun. I am a big Godzilla fan. Many people already know that. I do collect Godzilla figurines. Hold on. How's the quality of the stream, by the way? Is it good? I hope it's good. What do you think about adding a clasp to the back? Yeah, it's called a cinch, or a cinch back. We've made one jean in our past with a cinch back, and I don't think it's something that modern people who want to wear modern jeans are looking for. It's a very old school detail, and we're not really into vintage reproduction, so to speak. We're not trying to accurately recreate old models of jeans. We're trying to push forward with new fits and new styles and things like that. So I don't know. I don't think we're ever going to add that in a fit. Maybe one day we'll do like a special edition thing again, but I don't think it's a detail that is particularly desirable. In fact, I feel like if I put that on a pair of jeans, so it'll probably turn off more people than it'll attract. What we got here? Hope you're enjoying Japan. Excited for my Vegetas and Gokus to arrive. Man, you got Goku and Vegeta. That's a great combination there. We have Cell coming out next week. And then we've got Trunks. So that'll wrap everything up. The Ghostbusters collection is also scheduled to be coming up very soon. I did just get an update from my production manager, so it's going to be a little bit delayed. I think I had that scheduled to come out on October 7th. I might be pushing that up a week or 10 days. Just depending on if I can get enough shipping guys to maybe work a couple of extra hours to push that out really quick. It's tough. I mean, they work a hard schedule, so I don't want to push them too hard either. So that might be delayed just a little bit, but I do have the rest of the photos. So a lot of I was doing a photo shoot last week. The photos came up beautifully, and I'm going to be posting that up, and as well as a blog post really soon, so you can see some really great imagery of the new Ghostbusters collection that's coming up. Could this lead to an expansion of the MIJ line? We are expanding the MIJ line. I mean, I think we're going to be this year alone. I mean, there's the Emperor of Slub that's coming out, and then we're going to be following up with another MIJ jean that we're already working on. So it could be that we might be releasing 2 MIJs a year. The MIJ line is very popular for us, and I think there's enough demand that we could probably expand that out a little bit more. As long as it's normal shipping from how long is normal shipping from Tati and Yoko site? How long is normal shipping? Do you mean how long does it take to process an order? I mean, it depends. If you ordered something on Friday, like the warehouse isn't open on Saturday and Sunday, so if you think of like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that's 3 days worth of shipping that they have to do on Monday. So sometimes those orders, it takes a couple days to get out. So it might be a Tuesday or Wednesday before some of those things get out, even if you order it on Fridays, and especially on a big release day when we do a lot of orders. Those ones get we try our best to be as fast as possible, but sometimes there's just too many orders to process. And we are looking to expand our warehouse team. So if any of you guys are in Montreal, we are looking to hire. So maybe we can get those orders out even faster. That being said, Tate and Yoko in general is growing at a pretty incredible pace, and we are looking for staff. I did a couple of posts on that, and there's been a couple of people who've reached out, so maybe we'll have some more new denim nerds to join the team. Solid stream quality, great, I'm glad to hear that. Which Godzilla monsters would you do a collab, which Godzilla monsters would you want to do for a crossover? I mean, aside from Godzilla himself, and which version of Godzilla? I like Nuclear Godzilla. What was that, Godzilla 2000? I think that was the one. Gigan. I love Gigan, Mechagodzilla, and King Ghidorah. Those are my favorite ones. I think Gigan is maybe my favorite. And King Ghidorah. Or there's a Ghidorah also. But I think iconic, like for maybe most memorable. Who's the most memorable? Mothra is very memorable, but who would be the most memorable? I don't know. And then you could do a Jet Jaguar one, which nobody would. I think, you'd have to be a real Godzilla nerd to know that one. A JoJo times Naked and Famous collab. That's, a lot of people ask me for that one. Nothing planned yet, but I think out of anything that people request, that is the most popular request. Absolutely loving my Vegetas. Not really much fading, but they fit awesome. Well, it's only been a couple of days. It's gotta be a couple more months before you're gonna see some fading there. Hey sister, show us around Tokyo. My sister says hello. I'm showing you around Tokyo. This is I'm in a park right now. Well, it's also very nice and warm here. It's like 27 degrees and like not super humid, but it's definitely warmer than it was in Montreal when I left. Stoked for the Ghostbusters. So am I. I'm really looking forward to that launch. I mean, of course I'm looking forward to every launch, but the Ghostbusters one, it's such a great tie-in. In fact, coming to Tokyo here, I don't know, I think I mentioned this several times, but I have a pretty significant movie collection. I really enjoy collecting movies and watching movies. And I could only bring a handful of movies with me, and the rest are being shipped. But Ghostbusters 1 and 2 were in the few movies that I actually physically brought with myself. So that's how close Ghostbusters is to me. How much Blue Owl only carried? Somebody's asking how much Blue Owl only carried the Weird Guys for DBZ collab. How much? I don't know. I don't know offhand how much they carried, but I mean, depending on the retailer, they only carry the fits that work best for them. So I don't have a lot of say in that kind of thing. That's why we do multiple fits, because not every customer caters to every audience, or they want to cater to audiences that work well for them. So if Weird Guy works for them or Super Guy works really well for them, those are the fits that they carry. How come? Right, how come they only carried the Weird Guy? Probably because that's the fit that works best for them. Looks like new architecture, new neighborhood. Yeah, there is actually quite a lot of building going around here. In fact, I find that's just generally speaking a lot of what's going on in Tokyo. But I'm still getting acclimated to a lot of the things going on here, and I look forward to doing that. Okay. Wait, Empire? So the Lord of Slubs have been released. The Lord of Nep has been released. The Emperor of Slub. Those have not been released yet, but I believe we just received them in our warehouse, so it'll be about 2 weeks before, 2 or 3 weeks. Check the release guide before those are available online. We will, because they've just been received, they probably just hit our warehouse. It takes them a couple days to unpack everything, because when we get jeans, we actually get a lot of shipments at the same time. So by the time they unpack it, count it, put it on the shelves, make sure that everything is okay, and ship it out to our retail partners, it does take a little bit of time. So just because we receive something in the warehouse doesn't mean it automatically goes on the website. We want to make sure that our retail partners have have had a chance to receive stock as well. So that way we can kind of coordinate the releases. And no, not everybody wants to get the stock at the same time. So not every retailer releases everything at the same time. It kind of depends on the retailer. More on Sanfri's denim, or was a one-time thing for the next few months? I do have an unsanfrized denim in the works. I'm relaunching the natural indigo loom state. So that will be coming in before Christmas. We are also working on basically doing our version of a Tempe treatment in Montreal. So I think, in maybe a year's time, maybe even less, we might have this process mastered, and we're going to be able to offer more unsanfrized denims that have been pre-shrunk, so that you don't have to worry about any of the shrink, and you get to retain that incredible, beautiful texture without having to worry about like sizing. So expect to see more of that from us soon. I would say a year would probably be the latest, hopefully even sooner. But it's something that we found that we really needed. Of course, our denim connoisseur fans really love the textures that an unsanfrized denim can give you. So we wanted to make that easier for people to shop. Hey, I'm from beautiful Vancouver. Well, thanks for joining us from Vancouver. I got an email that said the Goku jacket is coming on the 4th, but the site says that coming out on the 4th, but on the site it says the release on the 11th with the trunks, jeans, and jacket. Which one is it? I'll double check. I'm pretty sure it's coming out at the same time as the trunks jacket, because that's the way our factory works, is that depending on what they're making, that's what the machines are kind of set up for. So if they're making jackets, they're going to do all the jackets at the same time. So they're probably doing the production of the Goku jacket and the trunks jacket at the same time. But I will double check. Maybe send me a DM just to let me know where you're seeing that conflicting information, and I will update it. Just got a pair of skinny jeans from Nordstrom. Fantastic pair of jeans. Thank you very much. Just got a pair of skinny guys. I found a pair of skinny guys at Nordstrom. That's great. Of course they carry the skinny guy black power stretch. Is that what you got? Olympics 2020 collab? I don't think so. I don't think we can afford that collab. I think the Olympics wants a lot of money if you want to put their logo on any of your stuff. Hope you guys are up when this happens. How often do you get Evangelion crossover requests? I want some Ava denim plug suits. It happens every now and then. I'm also a big Evangelion fan. My love of anime generally comes from that era. That's when I was maybe the most active in watching a lot of animations. Although I did just watch Promare. I don't know if you guys saw that. It's the latest anime from Trigger. Amazing. I saw that at Fantasia Film Festival in Montreal. It was, I think it was one of the first showings of it. I think it's getting a general release now, but fantastic film. The animation quality is incredible. If you were an anime fan, you definitely want to check out Promare. No affiliation. Just a fan. Buddhist 25 years. Japan definitely on my list. Met Jackie Chan. You met Jackie Chan? You met Jackie Chan? That's awesome. I just got the Police Story Criterion Collection set, and I'm a big fan of Jackie Chan. But that if anybody wants to see, I don't know if anybody out there, if you haven't seen Police Story or Police Story 2, and there's actually 4 of them, but in North America it was like Super Cop and I forget what the other one. They retitled them. They didn't call them Police Story. So you may have seen them. Operation Condor, that's the other one. Great Jackie Chan films. Rumble in the Bronx, that was what introduced me to Jackie Chan. Jumping in here, stoked for Ghostbusters and Trauma. You guys are the best. You guys are the best, because if it wasn't for you guys having such high expectations of us, then we wouldn't have the passion, behind what we do to create what we create. So because you guys are awesome, we can be awesome for you, and it's such a beautiful relationship I think that we have with you guys. I think the sun is messing me up. Okay, that's a better angle, isn't it? Photos of the Emperor of Slub jacket. I don't have them yet. I have to double check if they arrived with this shipment of Emperor of Slubs. I think the jacket's coming a little bit later than the jeans. I don't have a because we made them in Japan and we changed some of the details of the jacket, of the sample jacket that we have. I don't have the final production images, but I'll have that soon. Basically, as soon as the production comes in. How many units of denim jeans in a typical run? Like, how many in a limited run like DBZ? It depends. I mean, some jeans we make 200 pairs, some jeans we make 300 pairs, some jeans we make 500 or 600 pairs. Like, it's kind of funny because sometimes I see, another brand, they're like, limited edition, 3,000 pairs. I'm like, phew, that's not that limited. But I guess, for a brand like Levi's, it might be limited. They want to make, I don't know what their numbers are. Who am I kidding? I'm not going to speak for them. But it is amusing because sometimes, a general release for us is, a couple hundred pairs. And that's it. A lot of people think that we're like this massive company. And I'm glad that you think that, because that means we're doing something right. But we're still a very small company, a very niche market of denim nerds. And so our production runs as much as I think we make a lot of jeans. I think we make a lot of jeans for a company of our size and our world. We're not at the level of Abercrombie or the Gap or something like that. To add to the question above, how many will run for the trunks jacket specifically? Any info on that? Oh, it's not going to be a lot. Trunks jacket? Oof, it's going to be a small number. I'm going to say probably less than 200. I have to double check, but it will not be a lot, that's for sure. Yeah. With the new office in Tokyo, how do you feel about a Nintendo collab? I mean, I still feel good about a Nintendo collab. It's just I have to reach somebody there. I think it would actually be more difficult to deal with Nintendo of Japan than it would be with Nintendo of America. Some of these things are not so cut and dry, where each kind of region sometimes has an office and they deal with the sales and marketing and things like that of each region. So some brands, they give you kind of global rights to use, and some don't. And I think that Nintendo probably, it would be separate agreements per region. Maybe difficult. Maybe. I want me that jacket. I was fortunate enough to get the Akuma. I love the texture so much. Yes, that was a very, very limited run of jeans, which I regret and I don't regret. I regret because there were so many people who were like, I want those jeans, and I don't like to disappoint people. But at the same time, it was one of those jeans that sold out immediately. But we do have the new iteration coming in the trunks. So if you did miss it, trunks is going to be your salvation there. 40 ounce, still working on it. Hasn't been a lot of updates. It's just one of those things that, unfortunately, I think it's going to take a little bit of time, because even once we get the fabric and once the mill has kind of perfected making that fabric, it's going to take us a while to figure out how to sew that thing, because it's just never been done. The 32 ounce took us forever to get our production run done, and we are actually going to tackle, at least we're going to attempt to tackle the 40 ounce denim. We have some special machines on order, and we've tested them, and they can sew through multiple layers of 32 ounce denim. So I think it can handle the 40 ounce, but the 40 ounce is probably going to be made one-offs, one at a time, because it's going to take our best sewers to make the entire jean instead of it being in a production line kind of thing. Other brand collabs, especially with other Japanese brands. We're going to focus on brands that we carry at Tate and Yoko. I mean, that's really it's kind of the point of some of these collaborations is to, introduce some of these brands to our customers at Tate and Yoko. If they're not stocked at Tate and Yoko, you're probably not going to find us doing collaboration with them. Somebody's mentioning here, Criterion Collection is releasing a box set of the Showa Godzilla movies. Yes, that box set is incredible. Already on pre-order. I'm not waiting for that one. That one I'm gonna get immediately. It's just the perfect collection. Even though I have many of the films in that collection already, it doesn't matter. Just the package itself is worth it. Shout outs to the Criterion Collection. Big fan. Please start making 36-inch inseams. I know I've mentioned it before. I'm getting tired. I don't do a lot of walking. I'm so out of shape. I know I've mentioned it before, but we will eventually do some limited productions of kind of like a pre-order thing of long inseam versions of certain styles and fits. You'll just have to wait and watch out for that. Still making the Weird Guy? Hell yeah, we're still making the Weird Guy. It's our best-selling fit. Price point on the Ghostbusters jacket. I'll have that information announced by the end of the weekend. So if you're not subscribed to our newsletter on nakedandfamousdenim.com or on Tate and Yoko, I would suggest that you do that. We'll have that information soon. It will not be cheap. Those embroideries on the back they're quite expensive. So unfortunately, it's not. Well, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, a lot of people kind of understand our pricing at this point where we really don't make it up. We just charge kind of what it costs us to make stuff. And applications and things like that, they are expensive, especially with the amount of detail that we put into it. So that information is very soon. I'm in Tokyo. Let's hang out. Send me a message. No, 28-inch inseams. Right, some people definitely want that. I mean, it's so much. I wish we could be a brand that can make every style and every inseam and every fabric, but we're just not there. Maybe one day we'll be there. I used to work for another company, and we had on the same jean 3 different inseams, and as a store that had to carry that, it's very difficult. It's just a lot of inventory to manage. And especially if you have limited space in the store, catering to that many inseams is very difficult. And that's why, in-store alterations, in-store hemming is, that's really the mark of a really excellent denim shop, because, you want to be able to buy a pair of jeans and walk out with that pair of jeans fitting you perfectly. That's why we do it at Tate and Yoko, and that's why many of our retail partners do that as well. And that's why we do it at Naked and Famous New York. A full service denim experience is what the customers are looking for. It's better to have too long than not long enough. Right, but the thing is, if it's too long, say it's a 36 inches inseam and you have a tapered leg and you have to take that down to a 30-inch inseam or a 28-inch inseam, which is pretty common for a lot of guys, you're cutting off 6-8 inches. You're going to change the way that jean looks, especially with that taper. So when you're making multiple inseams, you have to consider the grading of the taper for the inseam. So it's not as if it's a straight leg, no problem, but if it's a tapered leg, then you're just going to make that leg opening wider. So it does cause some issues here and there. Sorry, just trying to read some more of these questions. Oh, my keyboard is acting up. Hold on a second. Okay, there we go. I love that crinkle effect on Samurais denim gets. Yeah, especially when it's been pre-soaked or tempe treated. It has this nice, kind of worn in kind of texture to it without it being worn in. I love the Sherpa Line jackets. Got to get one. That left-hand twill is fantastic. We had some great corduroy ones last season. I don't know if you guys have checked out the new corduroy jackets that we have. We have the indigo corduroys. There's a dark navy one, and then there's the patchwork one. I personally have the patchwork one. I think it's fantastic. It's a little hot. I brought it with me to Japan. but it's hot still. We're in Canada, like the leaves are changing color already, so I felt it was like kind of good to wear, but it might be a few weeks before I get to put on some wear on that jacket here. Will the Emperor stuff have all the bells and whistles of the MIJ? You better believe it will. When's the next collab with Raised by Wolves? Yeah, you know, we really need to talk to them about that. I just saw the Raised by Wolves team a week ago in Montreal. They are, you know, I'm good friends with them, and they used to be based in Montreal, but now they're based in Ottawa. But they came to Montreal to do an event at Lopez, which is another great retailer, independent retailer in Montreal, which stocks the Criterion collection. It's great curation of just great products. And I got to see them then. But yeah, you know what? We really need to talk to them about the next one. Green Core Shrek crossover. That would be funny. Hey Phil, thanks for joining us here. I know it says a lot, but carpenter pants. I'm a commercial painter. It would be amazing to have it would be amazing as a denim head. Yeah, carpenter pants. We have some like fatigue pants coming out next season. But yeah, maybe some like straight up utility pants as maybe, you know, a small seasonal thing could be a thing. Do you guys still have the license for Street Fighter? And a Kuma jacket with the kanji on the back would be so badass. I know. I really wanted to make that jacket, but it just kind of, it didn't happen. Maybe, you know, I've been talking to Brandon about it, and I kind of want to do more Street Fighter stuff. So we might go back to that well. I mean, how do you guys feel about that? If we were to do, you know, based on maybe Street Fighter 5 or something like that, to revisit the Street Fighter collection. I was sad you guys didn't do Vega, Claw, not Dictator. You know, we just like with the Dragon Ball collection, there was definitely going to be some people that we were going to make sad, but I think we picked enough characters that even though we didn't maybe hit your best favorite character, that you would still, you know, find something that you're going to cherish and love. You know, we were like, for me, I mean, in Street Fighter 2, I basically am good enough to main with almost everybody in the game. I played a lot of Street Fighter 2, and I still do. But yeah, we were working on Sagat, and we just couldn't get it, the fabric, the way we wanted it. We made a denim that, you know, one day, the next time I'm in Montreal, I'll show you guys. But we made a denim that was that we were going to use for Sagat, but it's a defect in a denim fabric, and during weaving is something called a warp pick, where you kind of have this. It looks. What does it look like? I'd have to show you a picture. Basically, like the shuttle skips over the weft, so you have like these strands that are not woven into the fabric, so to speak, and. So we purposefully made a denim with a bunch of warp picks, so like scars. But the denim looked really, really weird. Like, weird in a way that I think it would kind of turn some people off. So that didn't come to fruition, but Sagat was definitely on like our radar to actually make. So anyways, and I'm very good with Sagat, so I'm good with almost everybody. I would love to have a mini tournament with you guys one day. Negative Famous times Bruce Springsteen, the boss. I don't know. Somebody give me his number. Canada misses me. I miss Canada too. But you guys are all welcome to join me here in Tokyo. Hey Garrett, thanks for joining us here. Rocking my 22 ounces all day, baby. I'm losing my breath. I'm walking around too much. Oh, I need to do some exercise. A Gundam collab would be super cool. Yeah, maybe. Like, again, I really do appreciate all your guys' feedback on like the different projects we could look to doing in the future, because I know if there's demand from you guys, that it's going to be a successful one. So keep those suggestions coming. Will there ever be another Vulgar Gene again? I want to make one. So the answer is yes. Any chances of carrying Ironheart or collabs with them? I don't know. I mean, the denim world has got a lot of, certain retailers carry certain products as kind of their main products. So, I don't know. I mean, I think we do a pretty good job with our heavyweight denim. I don't know if we need to bring any more heavyweight denim into the mix. Hentai jeans fades into tentacles. I was about to say the other word. Yeah, that could, I don't know. Like, the sexy stuff, that could be cool. I want to do, we're in talks of doing, that would be really cool, actually. Not hentai jeans, but I just had an idea. Anyways, I'm gonna work on that one, write it down, figure that out. Wrestling jeans. I do want to do wrestling jeans. For those of you who will be attending Pronto Denim Carnival this year, expect to see something very special. I have, obviously my passion of wrestling is going to come through at that event, and I think we're gonna steal the show. Please do the Akuma jacket. Well, let's see if we can do some more Street Fighter again. Instead of doing Street Fighter 5, you guys should do Third Strike instead. Right, and like, let me tell you, out of all the Street Fighter games, the one that I'm like, I like Third Strike, but I suck at Third Strike. Like, to me, it's the Street Fighter game that feels kind of like the least like Street Fighter. There was a very technical game, and I think it lost a lot of people. And especially because there's a lot of like newer faces in Street Fighter 3 that maybe some of the core audience didn't, continue over. So I mean, if I were to do like Remy jeans, I think that the regular audience, there's not a lot of nostalgia for Remy, or Q. Like, these are characters that a lot of people don't really know. Like, in fact, these are characters you don't even see in the newer Street Fighter games. So it's like, I think the pool of characters that I could work with in Street Fighter 3 is a little limited. Another JoJo recommendation. Maybe we gotta look into that a little bit more. Do another Street Fighter collab. All right. We want more Street Fighter. Okay, let me talk to Brandon. Can we officially call the Akuma Trunks fabric a Satan slab? I don't think officially, but you can call it whatever you like. Dalsim stretch would be cool. That was another one that we were trying to figure out also. A really stretchy denim, maybe with some Indian cotton. I don't know. That was on the list of things to figure out, but I think we went with, I think instead of Dalsim, we went with Chun-Li, because I think the Chinese silk story was a little bit stronger. Yeah. Too bad the Sagat concept didn't turn out. That Scar Denim sound like badass concept. I'll show you the pictures. I think we have a sample roll somewhere, but yeah, I think it would have been difficult to sell. Naked and Famous bifold doll. We used to make those. I don't know, like small leather goods. Like, we sell a lot of belts. Don't get me wrong, but like when we did wallets and card holders, well, the Cordovan card holders do okay, but I think we'll leave like small leather goods to the people who are experts in making that kind of stuff. When will you have the Elephant 8 and Weird Guy fit? Next week, I believe. So this next coming Friday. Should I visit the NYC store? You should absolutely visit the New York City store. There was a crazy lineup today. I'm very glad to see that. We haven't been even open a year yet, and who knows what's gonna happen. Like, we are getting better with scheduling the releases instead of just kind of like throwing it out there, and so maybe because of that we'll start to generate. I don't know. Hopefully we don't generate problems with the lineups, but it is coming from a brand that started with like 8 pairs of jeans, to having lineups in New York City, in like a little more than 10 years. That's I don't know, something to be very proud of, and I mean, it's all thanks to you guys. Man, I tried out the Blue Star and Stop and rocked them all summer. Very cool jeans. Hope you do some more stuff like that in the future. Yeah, slubby light blue denim. We have some really good really good plan for like light blue stuff in the coming future. Tragic blonde wallets. Maybe. Brandon doesn't like putting that logo on things other than the leather patch. Brandon's kind of anti-logo, so to speak. Yeah, like a lot of people ask me for like a logo T-shirt, and I'm like, Brandon won't let me make it. I know that there are enough people who would buy it, but I think Brandon is like just generally opposed to logo tees or like graphic tees. Not sure why. We sell a lot at Tate and Yoko. We carry from other brands. Some green high-waisted jeans with suspender buttons for Dudley if you did a third strike. That would be badass. Third strike. I don't know. I think Street Fighter 5. Street Fighter 5. I'll get back to you guys on that one. You guys are hands down the best done rent. You guys are hands down the best customers, the best fans. We do it all for you guys. Okay, guys. I wish there was a back pocket. I wish there was back pocket designs. You know, it's kind of like a back pocket design is. It's, you know, your signature, your autograph. So, you know, when you see people walk down the street and you see your back pocket design, it's like, okay, well, that person's wearing my jeans. You know, for me, when I see people wearing our jeans, it's because I can recognize the fabric. And like, I know the average consumer just can't do that. But, you know, from afar, I know our pocket shapes. I know like what our rivets colors are. And I find it amusing that I can recognize them. But I mean, you know, of course, I think commercially it would be a good idea. But I think we're very committed to like being like kind of low key with the branding. Also, what new color core jeans are coming down the pipeline? Well, we have the blue core coming out this spring, and we've got purple core in the works. So that's going to be next fall. So we've already kind of got them lined up. I don't like Street Fighter 5, to be honest. I like the old school games. Of course, I mean, my heart is with the nostalgia of Street Fighter, and I think Street Fighter 2 is really where my heart lies a lot. Also, I like the crossover games. I mean, I love X-Men versus Street Fighter, Marvel versus Street Fighter, Marvel versus Capcom. Marvel vs. Capcom 1, I played the grade, I think. Oh, my wife's calling me. I gotta go because we gotta get ready for a wedding. So, wait a second. I'll show you guys my wife. Hi. Okay, I'm coming. Yeah. Okay, well that settles it. I will see you guys again soon. I'll try to do another live stream from the streets and show you guys what's going on out here in Tokyo. I'll be back in Montreal on the 25th. So if there's anything you guys want to see when I'm back at the showroom, definitely send me a message and I'll make sure to have that all prepared for you guys. Marvel's Capcom would be great excuse for both Street Fighter and Marvel characters. Yeah, but like dealing with all the license partners for that would be crazy. But it would be cool. Okay, I will see you guys next week. I'm gonna put the live stream up on YouTube. Of course, if you're watching this on the stream, or on the replay, make sure to like, subscribe, all that great stuff. I will see you guys again soon. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye bye.